Hello, hello. Let's see. Hey, MC, how you doing?
Hey, I am doing great today. Mike, how are you doing?
So far, so good. We got people jumping in. We never know till we get on, like how many people are here. Then you
I
hit
know.
start, and it's like three, and you're like, oh no, this is the worst. And then all of a sudden, it starts climbing. So that's good.
Yeah, we've got some people piling in here.
Okay, well, let's do that. So let me.
For
Oh,
those of
there we
you
go.
who are joining, tell us where you're joining from and tell us if you've used AI yet in your business.
I like it. Good question, MC. You came prepared. Look at you. You're in it to win it this week.
I am.
Excellent. So,
I'm in the lead.
so yes, I mean, usually it's just still in the lead. Um, our super secret plans for world domination are on the board behind me, so just ignore those.
Oh,
So,
we need to cover that up, blur that out.
yeah, that
Don't
was
give
a
away
big
our
mistake.
secrets.
Oh man. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, we got a lot of people in. So yes, all the time. Yes, yes, yes. If you write which one, too, a little bit. Only every day, Alessandro, all the time. Good. We got a lot of people just starting. Hey there, I use Copilot to help me with my presentations. Okay, Leslie, we're going to show you something so much better than Copilot.
Mhm.
Ari from Wheeling. Ari, I grew up in Buffalo Grove, right next door. So New York, Honolulu. That sounds nicer than Buffalo Grove or Wheeling. Um, Thread has AI chat in it, Chat GPT a lot. Okay, so we got a lot. And Kurt from Elgin. Kurt, I got a joke about Elgin, but I won't share it here. China, using it every day to steal your data. Okay, excellent. Mike Moran saying that. So cool. Okay. Well, MC, it's a couple minutes after. Let's get started because we got a packed webinar today, not just with people, but we've got a lot to go over. So as always, welcome. You are on the Marketing Deep Dive. I'm Mike Stodola. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for Technology Marketing Toolkit, and I've got my trusty cohort, MC Tracy. MC, what's your official
Hello.
title? It's Director of Strategy and Lead Generation and all things cool in marketing.
Yep, that's it. That's
Something.
the one.
Okay, perfect. I finally nailed it. But we're here today to run over the 11 AI tools for MSPs that really concentrate on getting more leads, getting more appointments, getting more traffic to your website. And we're going to jump right in. If you have questions, though, make sure you put those into chat, and we will have Q&A. MC will either jump in and ask those, or we will have some time at the end. We're going to try and keep you just to that 60-minute mark. I always go fast, and so we should hit it. So let's go. So the goals for today are really twofold. First of all, is get you 11 free and cheap AI tools you can use to boost your leads, engagement, authority, appointments, traffic to your website, all the good things with that. And then secondly, though, are to give you the next steps that'll show you exactly how to use the content you already have to get traffic, lead, and appointments. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. I'm going to skip to point number two, but I just put one thing in here for fun, MC. This was harkening back to something MC did at our recent, we had an MSP marketing roadshow where we went to several cities, and MC and I had a whole day where we showed people AI. So if you were there, a lot of this is going to be very similar to one of those sessions, but a good recap. And we did update some things. But MC made these little songs for us on that day using AI. So this is a service called, I'll just call it Udio, UDIO. And let's see how this goes here.
Woke up to 20 urgent emails. My server's crashing down, and the boss is freaking out real loud. They say the network's filled with great tales. Oh, life, I'm an IT guy, fixing up to right. Spinning cables, oh dear me, troubleshoot eternally. Oh, life, I'm an IT guy, fixing up is gonna ride. I blow the screen, oh dear me, keeping up with technology.
Ooh, we got to do an encore here. So
Mike, that is awesome. That
yeah,
makes me want to
yeah,
go right down to Broadway here in
I
Nashville.
know. So, I mean, but one of the fun things about AI in all seriousness is that there are just cool programs. And as we talked about at the live events, we talked about how you first got to play with them because you never know when there's going to be practical applications for them. Just like this was a super professional application for Udio here, but literally wrote like a one-line prompt for Udio, talk about the annoyances and frustrations that an IT services guy faces in their daily life, and do it in like a bluegrass country folk kind of theme, and it spit that out for us. So you may have experienced some of that, but you can play around with that, have some fun with it. It could be fun ones to send out for emails, especially I thought about it, MC, with the holidays coming up. You can post these types of things on social media, all that good stuff with it. But okay, let's get to the next one without playing again. So jump into point number 2, goal for the day was to give you the next step. So today we're going to show you 11 very cool tools that you can use right away. However, what I've found is you guys are incredibly busy. So you're going to see some of these, think it's super cool, not know what to do with it. So what we've done is, now it's about a month away here, but we are doing a full half day a full day on AI and doing a hands-on workshop how to use it, where MC and I are going to take you through a lot of these tools, show you actually how to use them. You're going to walk away with actual usable pieces from that day. This is, again, something we did live with rooms of about 200 to 300 people, worked well. So it's called How to Use AI in Your MSP to Get More Leads and whatever heck the rest said. But we've got those sessions, but the big thing is they're not just sessions, they're workshops. Also, when you sign up for it, if you weren't at the roadshow, you get Robin's sessions on high value clients. So here's kind of where I'm going. State of AI tools you can use today, plus a 3-step plan to adopt AI to get ahead instead of getting left behind. And then all of the other things that aren't there. Oh, and $29,000 in prizes. I forgot about that. So that's kind of a big thing, should mention. But where do you go to get this? Go to mspdigitalconnections.com. Just wanted to kind of highlight this because we usually start marketing these things about a week out. However, this is a full day. It's like, geez, what is it? 10 to about 5 o'clock there. So I know you guys might have to really block that out. And this is for you if you were either at the roadshow and want refreshers. There's going to be a lot of new content because we've got actually about 10 guests coming on that they're going to reveal their #1 strategy for growth in 2025 as well. So we're going to kind of break up the day with that. Each of them are going to just have 10 minutes and talk about various aspects, whatever they see as their top thing for 2024 that they did that they're carrying into 2025. So you can go right now to mspdigitalconnections.com, get signed up for that, because you probably want to actually implement some of these items in play. So that's when that's going to happen. Anything you wanted to add on that, MC? I mean, you're an integral part of that day.
Yeah, so we had such great feedback on the workshop portion from Roadshow, which is why we wanted to do this. We think that it's extremely vital for you guys as business owners and working on growing your business and marketing, that this is a key to success without having to add, more team members or pay a bunch of money to do something. Like, this is for you so that you can have all of the tools and resources you need to be able to grow. So, yeah, we're putting it on, doing a full day. So Mike and I will be there all day to just share with you guys all the things that we've been learning. So it's really just for you. I put the link in the chat there. So if you want to just register now, then you will be in our system to get all of the information there. So.
Okay, perfect. And yeah, Cindy just said, personally, I like having more notice for these kind of events. So thank you for the advance notice. Yeah, we kind of figured it's a whole day and this is a busy time of year, especially going into the holidays. With that. So we wanted to give notice. And if you were at one of the MSP marketing roadshows and enjoyed the hands-on workshop part of that, if you want to just write something in there, let people know if they should do that. Again, this is free. There's nothing, we're not selling anything. We're not doing anything on this. It just went so well that we wanted to give it out there. I was listening to a podcast the other day. I think it was Alex Hormozy, and it's not his quote, but it's, I'll quote Alex quoting someone else, but it's like, they hear, they forget, they see, they remember, they do, they understand. And so that's the whole idea, is we're trying to do a lot more workshops, even like kind of previewing our boot camp. We've already been talking about this for a month. We've got tons of hands-on workshops at our boot camp that happens next April, planning those out. So we're finding people really like that, and you get a lot more out of it because you actually get stuff done. Okay, goal 2 accomplished. You know the next step. So join that. So if you like what you see today, make sure you're on there, and you'll get that and be able to join us. So let's dive into AI then. So really today is for you. We had a whole mix there, but this is for you if you feel like AI could be good for your business, but think that it's complicated or overwhelming. If you feel like it could be useful, but you don't know where to start, or if you think it could be helpful, but figuring it out could be expensive and time consuming. It's for you if you've never used it, and it's for you if you're already an avid user with it. Before we jump into the actual tools, though, just want to share, I mean, you guys are on, so I'm probably preaching to the converted here, but we had Mark Cuban said, artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning, whatever you're doing, if you don't understand it, learn it, because otherwise you're going to be a dinosaur within 3 years. The whole point is that AI is not the future, it's the present. And if you're not leveraging it already, you are behind right now. So this was a recent story. So Tyler Perry's big filmmaker, and he's been working on an $800 million studio expansion outside of Atlanta. So I'm going to kind of talk over. I'm going to show you the slide. And the reason he stopped production is because of OpenAI's Sora. So this is a kind of video AI maker. So I'm going to do the demo because it's a lot more interesting than me talking. It might be a little confusing because you'll hear sound from that with me talking, but we'll just deal with it. So let's go ahead and play. So this is actually from Sora, things that it made from different prompts on it. So the big thing is, the article said Tyler Perry's planned $800 million studio expansion in Atlanta has been put on the back burner due to his growing concerns with developments in artificial intelligence. He went on to specifically cite OpenAI's text-to-video tool Sora as the impetus for the expansion stop. I've been watching AI very closely and watching the advancements very closely. Okay, that moved on. Uh-oh, let's stop that.
Yeah, Mike, the video is a little loud. I can't hear over it.
Okay. Well, just enjoy the video then. We need better tools so that we can talk over it. So, okay, this is a cool one, so we'll stop after this. Okay. And I'll just tell you, so Tyler Perry's planned $800 million studio expansion in Atlanta has been put on the back burner due to his growing concerns over developments in artificial intelligence. He went on to specifically cite OpenAI's text-to-video tool Sora as the impetus for the expansion stoppage. I've been watching AI very closely and watching the advancements very closely. I was in the middle of and have been planning for the last 4 years an $800 million expansion at the studio, which would have increased the backlot a tremendous size. We're adding 12 more sound stages. All of that is currently and indefinitely on hold because of Sora and what I'm seeing. So bottom line is, because of what's out there and what's to come with AI, these studios realized they could do more on a computer with some programmers or really just prompt writers and that, than they can do spending nearly $1 billion and then hundreds of millions per movie to do the stuff in real life. So if they can do that, imagine what we can do when we're not even looking to do anything nearly this complicated with it. So, okay. Up. How the heck do I get?
My favorite part in that video is the cute puppies.
Just the cute puppies. It's just okay. I didn't know I have to I don't know how to get to the next slide without. There we go. Finally. I've never tried going in the middle of a video on YouTube from that. So again, big thing is it's not the future, it's the present. And if you're not leveraging it, you're already behind. This was a quote I heard that I liked a lot. Complacency about AI today leads to displacement tomorrow. The big thing though is, what's that mean to you? How do you get started and why do you need AI as an MSP? So let's talk about a couple things. And sometimes you'll see pictures or little videos or moving graphics in here. I usually put the program we used as well as the prompt in there. So if you see quotes or anything like that. So first of all is to create personalized content. The whole idea with AI is it can do in minutes what would take hours or even days to do before. So if you have different niches, if you have different geographic areas, if you have different services or people or size of businesses that you can serve, in the past, writing a blog could take hours alone, much less doing it for 5 different industries and 3 different locations. With that, now you could use some of the tools like we're going to show you today and show you in December. We'll actually take you through this exact exercise on that one, but creating personalized content for them in minutes. Using content in a more exciting way. These are all things you can put onto social media. You can use it in ads. You can put it on your blogs. We'll give you some examples how people are using this on LinkedIn and YouTube to increase their engagement, to get more leads, to get more traffic to their website. Big thing is to reduce expense. I mean, what would have taken a graphic designer hours or days to do, again, can now be done in minutes as well or better than they could do it before. You know, our graphic designers here, and we're not saying get rid of graphic designers. We have 3 full-time graphic designers, but they are able to do such cool stuff now that before would have taken so long for them to do. We might not have even had them do it. We would have just used stock imagery or something, not get a lot of clicks on that. And now we can have personalized content quick and easy. That's really the same with efficiency. And I'm not even getting into some of the things we'll talk about in December, where it's things you can actually do in your MSP, like answering tickets, like checking on your sales development reps, or making following up on leads better, but just increasing your marketing and sales efficiency. You can also drive qualified traffic. So we're using this like crazy, and we'll show you some examples today how to get traffic to your website. Then, of course, to repurpose existing content. And we'll jump into that in just a second. But nowadays, if you've got this, like this webinar that we're on now, we could and probably will be turning into a report, into little video snippets, into all sorts of different things. Again, it used to take a team and it would take days or weeks for them to do this and give the output. Now someone who doesn't know anything about video editing or graphic design or copywriting or report building or anything, now MC or I could take everything that happens today here, and by the end of the day tomorrow, probably have 20 different pieces of content built, everything from white papers and reports to videos, to snippets, to reels, to blogs, to emails, to all of that we can be using to drive back to that and get dozens or even hundreds of leads from it. So with that, let's dive into the first of our 11 tools. This first tool is called beautiful.ai. Now, I'm going to be quite honest with you. I'm going to show you another tool in just a minute I've been liking better recently, but Beautiful AI is a presentation builder. It can do some other things too, but it's kind of cool. And I'm going to show you an example of it here. And just so you know, on the second to last slide, I'm going to put all 11 and their website. So you don't have to put them in fast and furious here. You're going to see them all on there, but you can do it, or I'm sure MC will be putting them into chat, or other people will be as well. But don't worry about it right now. Don't go to the website, or else you're going to miss out from it. But what Beautiful AI does is, what I did in here was I took a prompt I'd gotten actually from ChatGPT, and I said, I want to do a presentation for MSPs on AI and how they can be using that. And so we throw it in here, and this is like all real time. I put the that in there, and it gave me slides just that quickly. Now, again, this was using the totally free version of it, but you can kind of see what it has: the AI revolution, embrace the future, get left behind. Go through a couple of these slides just so you can see the quality. Like, this is what it's done now. I mean, this has taken all of 30, 40 seconds to do all of this. So why should MSPs care? Debunking the myths and addressing the fears of it. Path forward. Talks about becoming an educator, QBRs, all sorts of different things. It's so cool that the content literally using ChatGPT for about a minute there, asking it to give me an outline of what MSP should know about AI, and giving slide-by-slide instructions, plug that in here, and it made those slides for me. So again, that's Beautiful AI. Here was one of the slides. I mean, this is how specific it got, but said, start with AI-powered tools. Integrate AI-driven tools and platforms into your MSP operations, such as automated ticket handling, predictive maintenance, and customer service chatbots. It says, talks about becoming an AI educator. We talked about that a lot, and we will continue to talk about that because that is the number one thing I believe MSPs can do right now to get people get new leads and engage them by becoming and positioning themselves as their technology partner. I hear from member after member about webinars they're doing, live events they're doing, conferences they're hosting where they talk about AI, and instead of getting 6, 8, 14 people on, they're getting 30, 50, 80, 100 people to attend these webinars and getting more leads and follow-up than they ever have. But I mean, this is how specific it was. It says incorporate AI insights into QBRs. So it talks about that and explore emerging AI solutions and upskilling your team. Like, this gives you good data. You could have a presentation in about 5 minutes where you might have 80, 90% of it done, much nicer than like I would ever make it, as you can see from my presentations here with that. And even if you need to change some things out, you can change it all, just click on it and type it in. So tool number 2, and this is going to be combined with tool number 3, but is ChatGPT. And I said, you can use this for freaking everything. We could probably do a whole webinar or a series of webinars on all of the different things we use ChatGPT for, and so can you, and we wouldn't even scratch the surface. But what I did here, let's go ahead and start this. It's a little longer, but I did a conversation with ChatGPT and I said, I'm going to give you a PDF that are slides where Robin Robbins is teaching MSPs how to create a pitch deck. And I basically asked it to read it and let me know its thoughts. So this was actual slides she gave at a recent event. And this was like an hour and a half talk. And then I said, I'd like you to create a template for a pitch deck MSPs can use. Can you give me slide-by-slide instructions that I can plug into Gamma app, which is going to be our third tool, so that it can build the slides for that. So again, all I did was I took Robin's literal slides. I had a PDF of them from that, and I put them right into ChatGPT and asked it, hey, can you go through this? And she had about 60, 80 slides. I forget exactly how many, but I said, just focus on the part that she's telling people how to build a pitch deck for their services. And she outlined 13 different slides for a pitch deck and focus on those. So what did it do? It gave me instructions on 13 different slides there. So with that, I then went to Gamma app. So again, this is a presentation builder. It also does some other things. It does websites. It does, it can do like flyers and newsletters, all sorts of different things, but I like it for presentations. And I do like it better than Beautiful.ai. But what I did was I copied and pasted that output from ChatGPT. And so I'm in there and I'm clicking create new. This is all real time right now. And I said, hey, paste in text. That's the one I want to do. You can also do like a one-line prompt there and have it do it. But I just put the 13 slides directly from ChatGPT. I didn't change anything else. Did the input exactly from that. And then it's like, okay, here's what it's going to have on each slide. That looked good. I hit continue. It's going to ask me about a template design. I just went with the first one because who cares right now for this. Demo looks good. And now it's creating the slides. Now, in just a second here, I do pause it because it's building them and but it only took about 30 seconds to build them all out. But watching them build it's not the most interesting part of it. So this was 48 seconds. So let's say it took about 1 minute, 15 seconds total for all of that to happen. So then this next slide is the actual presentation it made. And I asked it to make a template for slides. So that's why it says your company name and presentation title, strategic IT roadmap and action plan. It just put some stuff in there. It's telling you where the company logo should go with that. Then it had that meeting agenda. It's putting in images, your audit, your company, what are they uniquely qualified to do, your managed service plan, pricing, make switching easy, why investing is critical. It generated everything for me with that. So again, in less than 2 minutes, I had a presentation template that I could then take and use for any MSP that was looking to do a sales presentation with that. Now, you can see this pictures. You can either have it use stock images or it can use AI images. I'm a little hesitant sometimes on AI images because recently I was doing one of these live for a group, and I was showing it, and I forget exactly what we put in there, but here were some of the images I got back. This lady looks like she has a black eye, went a couple rounds with Mike Tyson. Hopefully that's what Jake Paul looks like after this Friday. So, but you got that. And you got this. Her face is kind of droopy and melting off there, but it's talking about account management in there. So this is AI generated. Then you got this guy. Obviously, looks like most of our clients here. That pocket square, the big diamond earring, wearing shades inside because his future is bright. And I'm not sure what's going on with his hand. Let me click and there we go. You can kind of zoom in on the hand there. He got in a fight with a garbage disposal and lost. So again, we want to be careful with the AI images. It's still working on things, but Gamma app has really cool stuff, and its actual images and slides and graphs look pretty good on there. I'm sure they're going to get better and incorporate with some companies like we're about to show you in the future. Anything to answer before I move on, MC?
We just had the question of what tool is being used, and it's gamma.app.
Yep. Okay, perfect. And so what's happening with a lot of these, and in December, we're actually going to show you, and we don't have the exact number so far, somewhere probably between 7 and 11 because we love that store, but 7 and 11 new and different tools or new uses for the tools that we haven't showed. So it's kind of a part 2 to today along with the workshop. But what we're seeing are things like Canva, which MC is like the Canva queen here at TMT. And it's awesome because they've incorporated a lot of different AI tools into their one single platform. And so that's what a lot of these companies are doing. And I'm sure that's what Gamma is going to do with some of the images to make them quicker or make them better in the future. But this is Leonardo.ai. This is just one. This is a personal favorite of mine to use as a non-graphic designer oriented person. I know a lot of people like Midjourney or DALL-E or other things like that. I don't like DALL-E at all, actually, so far. Anyways, creating personalized content, one of the things you can do with it in Leonardo are things like using it to create images that make your blogs, make your website, make your social media posts more interesting. You can also do videos. You can actually tell the image to become a small, quick 3 to 5 second video where there's movement. Now, you can't tell me that if you're scrolling on Facebook or LinkedIn or any of those platforms or Google Business Profile, and you see a robot with a little movement like we just had. Can I do that again? We'll do it. Okay, there we go. So all I did was it made the picture, and then I said, hey, make motion in the picture. So it did motion in the picture. But if you're writing a blog about AI or the future technologies or the top 7 AI tools small businesses in Nashville need to know in 2025, this is going to capture their attention a lot more than some stock image that we've been using in the past. You can create articles around these, personalized articles, think of them as blogs, and you can use it to just generate ideas. So let's look at some Leonardo in action. So I had some fun with this one, and I said, let's make a raccoon that appears to be working on an office computer. The raccoon is dressed in a blue-collared shirt and khaki pants, resembling a business person. It's sitting at a desk, seemingly engaged in the task of working. The background shows more raccoons working. The raccoon's expression is happy and focused. The overall vibe is both cute and humorous, as it places a traditionally human activity into the context of a raccoon, and it says raccoon cat. Now, the reason it says cat is because that is a prompt that I would have never been able to come up with on my own. So the cool thing about a lot of these is they show you images and you can see the prompts that were used and you just change it. I made ours goofy, but say you were writing a blog article about are there hidden pests in your computer, or is someone secretly destroying your company, or are our employees your biggest threat, or hidden threat or danger to your company's cybersecurity. With that, this is a lot more fun than just showing a boring thing where it's a hacker in a hoodie, which is a bunch of zeros and ones in a dark room at a monitor. With that, the other thing you can do with it is you can then, again, add motion to it. So I've taken these crazy little raccoons And then I said to add motion, and it does a little interesting stuff. So kind of moves along there, but you got to watch out. Let's check this out one more time at the end. He goes a little feral on us, so watch his eyes now on this one. I know it's quick, but let's see. He's going, okay, there he goes a little crazy. And then back. So that's the pest inside your computer. Let's look at others. You're doing an article about technology. I said, give me a realistic looking picture of Elon. I put mush in there. It knew it. Like, so it knows it. It's smart. And so it's like, oh, Mike probably meant Elon Musk as a marketing director in his own office at SpaceX. So it gave me that. It gives you 4 automatically just as the default. There can use these, and then I said a realistic looking picture as marketing director in his office. We got him sitting in a chair, and then again just added movement. If you're looking to write a blog and you're looking to get people engaged, or you want people to stop and read your LinkedIn post or something like that, having these in there is going to help you so much more than stock photography from the same things that everybody else uses. And this all takes seconds, and all these programs have free versions and usually limits you by either speed or how many you can do a day, or some of the things like Gamma app, it will put a watermark on it. Gamma or some of the other video ones will put watermarks on it unless you pay. But I think the most expensive tool we have is I think it's ChatGPT is our most expensive one at $29 a month, and we use a team one, so I think it's like $5 more than normal. But here's another example of a prompt. So I said a photorealistic image of an autonomous drone flying over a city, carrying a package, modern urban landscape, soft sunset lighting, sleek and futuristic drone design, settings, lighting resolution. Again, I know none of that stuff. What you do when you go to Leonardo is it's got thousands and thousands of images other people have made in there. Now, if you pay for a paid account, then it doesn't show your images to other people. But if you got the free account, your image is fair game for others to use and use the prompt and everything. But you can still use it. But I just looked at an image and then just changed it for what I wanted to do, because I wanted to show how AI was already being used. And this is where, I mean, Amazon, I think it was 10 or 12 years ago, they did this whole thing on 60 Minutes. I remember I was watching Sunday football, and then immediately after like the second game, they advertised how Amazon's going to start using drones to deliver packages. Now, it turns out they didn't have that technology yet, but they were working on it. And a decade later, they're actually doing some of this. And then I said, add motion. Now, is it the best motion in the world? No, but it's cool and eye-catching, and it's free and takes about 30 seconds to create. So no graphic designer, no video editor, no buying software or paying for image license or anything needed. Moving on. HeyGen. MC, why don't you talk about HeyGen? I know you've used it a lot with us. She's actually much better at a lot of these tools than I am, and she helps me make these cool videos a lot of times.
Yeah, sure. So HeyGen is basically your online avatar that you have to just record a couple videos of yourself speaking, or even just upload a webinar that you've done before, and it will create a digital version of yourself, but it looks extremely realistic. Like it could probably be you. And then you just feed it text, and it will have your online avatar say exactly what you are inputting into the prompt. So if you don't love to be on camera, or if you don't have time to be on camera, all you have to do is set up HeyGen and take that time to set it up. And then you can give it to a marketing manager or use it whenever you need it to create a quick video. And you don't even have to get up out of your bed to do it.
Yeah. I'm wondering if our next AI webinar, if we even have to be on there. Yeah.
We just do HeyGen for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
We do it. HeyGen will interact with HeyGen for that. So, I mean, they actually, like, all joking aside, HeyGen just came out, I think it's 3 or 4 weeks ago now, with a new avatar tool where you can talk to it. Like, I could literally upload video of MC, you give it information, like you can upload FAQs, pages of documentation, all sorts of stuff, and then you could ask MC different questions and she will answer live and talk with you. So anyways, so this video, so what we did was Robin was on a webinar, and I forget what the webinar is, doesn't really matter. But she was on a webinar that's about 6 months ago, and we just grabbed, because Robin does not like when we like ask for her time to go and make videos and everything. And so we're like, well, we want her to do these little videos that are Robin's Rant videos. So every Monday she comes out with a Robin's Rant, just kind of something that's happening in the news that she wants to talk about, or in business, or kind of a behind the scenes look, and applies it to business and how MSPs can use it in their business. So we've been trying for like 2 years now, saying, hey, can you record a video of reading it? She's like, I'm not going to record a video reading it. They're written. She likes to write. She doesn't like to do video. So we took 3 minutes from a webinar where she was talking about totally different subject, uploaded it to HeyGen, and made a Robin avatar. Now, we've got better stuff and we're doing a better one, but we like this one because what we did not realize is if in the video snippet you upload, if the person's moving a lot or doing a lot of hand gestures, the avatar will do a lot of hand gestures. So that said, we uploaded 3 minutes of video, and then we put this to writing that we put in. But listen to it. If you're familiar with Robin Robbins, you can see. If you're not, it doesn't matter. You can just kind of watch this and imagine you're on YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn, and you're just learning about a topic here. So she never did this. This is just from her avatar, and then we put text in.
Hey there, business owners of Nashville. Have you ever thought about what would happen if your entire IT system suddenly went down? Well, last week, thousands of businesses experienced exactly that. A faulty update from CrowdStrike caused a massive global outage, shutting down businesses and grounding flights. Over 8.5 million devices were affected, leaving companies in chaos. Imagine your business coming to a standstill, clients frustrated, orders delayed, and revenue slipping. Hey.
Okay. Cut that off. But yeah, that was obviously a couple months ago. We did an article about the CrowdStrike, and then we actually asked ChatGPT to talk about how that would affect Nashville businesses. And so the whole idea is you could be doing that. They could take 3 minutes of video of you or whoever's leading your company or the face of your company. And each time there's a piece of news that you want to put out there, remember, we talked about customized, personalized content with that. We found an article about CrowdStrike. We had ChatGPT alter it specifically for Nashville businesses. We cited sources in there, and then we fed it into HeyGen for the Robin Robbins avatar. And then so that can be you. Every time there's a piece of news, it could literally be that day or the next day, whenever you want it. Like this was the day after, because they obviously knew what was happening at that time, or how it had affected businesses and all the chaos that was happening with the airlines and hospitals. And so far, just about every MSP I've talked to had a client or knew someone affected by the CrowdStrike outage. With that and what happened there. So it can be incredibly timely, and that whole process could take less than 10 minutes, and you could have that up and running. Okay, I was going to say number 6, but I'm not sure what number we're on. So let's just go with number 6 and pretend here. So this is Ideogram, and this is one of my other favorite kind of graphics tools. And I'm going to say it's good with text. And then I kind of thought, and I'm like, well, it's actually better with text than others. It still messes up. It's not great with words. That's still a hard thing for some AI. In our December training, MC is actually going to go on and show you how to have excellent text in your AI images. But for this one, we won't deal with that too much, because that's a whole nother little workshop, fun to do, but not necessarily. So it's Ideogram. And what it is, so I'm going to go ahead and start it. I said, can you create an ad for an event called MSP Marketing Roadshow? The ad is geared towards IT service business owners. Make it techy and fun and futuristic. Primary colors should be blue and yellow and could include imagery of AI robots. We want to get attention and want people to click on the ad. So have a button that says, click here to attend. You can see it's been 20 seconds. So I typed that out and I hit enter, and it's making the photos now. So here we go. So in about 30 seconds there, it gave me 4 ads. And so these are ones we could use on Facebook, we can use on LinkedIn, we can use on our website and emails, on blogs, any of that. This is something, MC, how long would it have taken us pre-AI to get, like, from our graphics team,
Wow.
4 different images with that?
Yeah, it takes about 2 to 3 days.
two or 3 days, hours of their time. We'd probably have to go back to the drawing board. There'd be meetings ahead of time about it. They'd come back, give us stuff. We'd refine it. This all took 30 seconds, guys, and we got 4 images with that. If we don't like them, who cares? We can get 4 more images 30 seconds later. We find out what we liked, what we didn't like about it, and go from there. Now, oops. So got that, and yeah, just some examples of one. So it was click here to attend, and it did a magic prompt. And so then you can take the magic prompt. So it like takes your prompt, builds it out into a better one, and then you could regenerate images based on kind of their magic prompt with that. So we'll look at that. So that was the one I liked best, and said, hey, can you generate more images based on that one and give me examples? So it's going, again, we're at about 30 seconds, it's 97% complete. And there we go. Now we got 4 different images based on that one that I liked best there. So, and I can figure that out. So I could have like 8, 10, 12 images all within minutes. So some of the other images we used for an event called MSP Industry Disruptors, these were all made with Ideogram. Just gave us 4 different images. We said like, hey, a futuristic city being built by AI robots, all of that. So how do you use this as an MSP? Well, check this out. I said, I want a sophisticated and authoritative logo for MSP for Macs, an IT services company based in New York. The design features stylized apple with a bite taken out of it, symbolizing Mac computers. Oops, I don't have the full prompt. We've got to go back. So it's building it now. I basically told it what I wanted. I told it, hey, use blue and red with that. And again, it was called MSP for Macs. I told it to use an apple with a bite taken out of it, and then that it was IT services in New York. And it gave me these 4 logos. Again, you guys have paid probably hundreds or even thousands of dollars for logos. It was a process that took weeks. Half the people I know aren't even happy with their logo. But even if you have a logo, it doesn't have to be just for that. This could be on any of your marketing pieces. This could be on your website. This could be things for social media, Google Business Profile, anything that you have, you can put this. What about for slides or anything that you're going out there with? So use this, theme it, make it cool, make it interesting here. I thought this one was really good. So like MSP for Mac, serving New York's legal communities. Then we got obviously New York skyline in the background. We got the apple, we got a shield. It's got good, cool stuff there on protection for that. I'm like, hey, this is way better. And I actually did this off of, we had a member's website who is an MSP for Macs in New York for legal. And I just wanted to kind of show them, and they're like, holy crap, those are awesome from it. So anyways, just a cool thing that you can use, Ideogram, one of my favorites. Now let's go to InVideo. Do you want to talk, MC, a little bit about InVideo? MC works with our content team, and we got Joel, who is our multimedia editor there, and kind of introduce this tool to him. But do you want to talk about what InVideo does?
Yeah, sure. So InVideo is a really great tool to create quick videos you can use prompts from ChatGPT, or you can use blogs that you have and literally just copy the entire blog or prompt and drop it into InVideo, and it will take that and it will create quick videos to go along with a full like voiceover in the background. So you have a ton of different snippets to keep somebody engaged. And then you have the full blog kind of spoken out in video. And that's great because if you have a blog or something, there are people out there who love to read and read blogs, but there's also people out there who love to consume video content instead, or listen on their way to work or something like that. And so you're reaching 2 different audiences with one piece of content, which is fabulous.
Yeah, and in December, I'm saying you have to remind me, we got to use the video that you made. So she used InVideo to make a video on why to use videos in your marketing.
Very meta.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it was amazing because all she did, the prompt was something like, can you create a video telling people why they need to use videos in their marketing? And it created like I'll call it a 90-second video about that. And so here's a couple examples. So what we did in these were, you'll hear some different voices. first one we just talked about an event. So we took like a news article. Again, we plugged it into ChatGPT and told it to customize it for small businesses, I think in Nashville on the first one. We did another one because you can actually then pair it up with other things. So we're going to show you a voice, what I call it, voice imitator. What would you call 11 Labs? Yeah, I don't know.
A cloning,
yeah,
voice cloning or
voice
voice
cloning. Yeah.
creation.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you can actually pair it up with a voice cloning thing. So you'll hear Robin's voice. Then I'm going to show you an example from an MSP that I was talking with last week and how they're using it. So let's just go check a couple of these out.
How last week's CrowdStrike update could have shut down your business and how to prevent it. Last week, a faulty CrowdStrike update caused massive disruptions worldwide, shutting down businesses and grounding flights. Over 8.5 million devices were affected, leaving companies scrambling to restore operations. Imagine your business coming to a halt, clients frustrated, and revenue lost. Understanding the incident.
Okay, so what it did, like it goes on for like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, however long it was. So it picked all of those little video snippets as part of it, put the captions in there, did everything we needed for that. So it made that video, again, that was on the CrowdStrike incident. So you could have that. So if you don't want to be the face of it and you just want to put kind of faceless videos out there for that, whether, like MC said, on a blog, or you could do it on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on YouTube. Be the expert in your area. Get those leads, have them all point back, because at the end, it did have a call to action in it. Always have a call to action. So here's another example.
Steve Wozniak was asked in an interview what he would have done differently if he was CEO of Apple instead of Jobs. He said that he would have been a lot nicer to people, but then quickly added that if he had been CEO, they might never have released the Macintosh. Jobs was known for being ruthless and controlling, rude and ill-tempered, driven by a desire for perfection and pushing people to bring products out before they were.
Okay, so that was one of Robin's rants. She never recorded that. MC used the voice cloning software, and then her rant, just put the rant in there, said make a video and use the voice cloning software for Robin. But that sounded very good. Like I would not have known that it was not Robin saying it. Now here's Tech Builders. So this is Joseph Awe, and he's awesome and using this stuff. So he does different ways. He writes blogs and then he turns them, uses InVideo to do these, and he actually uploads them to YouTube as well as embedding them on his blog page. So here was one of his, and I've never done it where I just linked it to YouTube. So we'll see how this works.
What's something people don't know about their phone? It might just be listening in on your conversations. If you've ever talked about something and then seen an ad for it on your phone, you're not alone. In this digital age, free apps come with hidden costs. Your privacy. Yes, your phone. Okay, so again, that's an MSP. He's using some of the we have some tech tips, and he writes his own also, or sees what he thinks would be interesting for his clients, other leads, and puts them on YouTube, uses InVideo to do that. So super easy to do. Now here's another fun one. It's called Runway, runwayml.com, and it does short little videos, like 10 seconds long type of videos, just with a prompt. So we just have some fun with it. So, and this is to show a couple different examples. So I took this one, and this one's back from about March of this year. I said, I wanted to see how far it's come. And I wrote the prompt, an astronaut floating through space, typing on a keyboard. And here's what it did back in March. It's not bad at all. I don't know what's happening with his left hand there, or left arm, a little short compared to his right arm, but he still made it in NASA, so good for him, overcoming all those, and really persevering. So here's what did the same exact prompt and did it now. And so we had him, he's got like a convertible spaceship that he's riding in, and just checking out Earth. Well, probably typing an email or something like that. That's like me in marketing in 100 years. So it got a lot better. I mean, it's like you look at the hands, everything's just come a long way. Well, here's another one.
I like doing stuff with raccoons, apparently. I didn't realize that until I started putting these presentations together. Then I'm like, let's just stick on the raccoon theme, because I used this back again in March. I put a raccoon surfing on a surfboard, typing on a keyboard. Now, in retrospect, that's kind of confusing. However, here's what Runway gave me back in March. So he's like surfing on a surfboard, and maybe the surfboard's typing on a keyboard. I didn't specify that the raccoon should be typing on the keyboard. Now, this one's a harder one for it. It doesn't have a lot of context around it. And here's what it gave me now. Still, this is kind of a raccoon. This is more like that raccoon cat, though, I think, really. And then he's just running along the wave, just surfing, just doing his thing, living his best life. So again, but still, I would challenge you, if I put that on Facebook, you saw that, you'd be like, what the hell is that? I got to stop for a second. Like, that is so weird. You'd stop, want to see the caption on there. Now, I'm not a big fan of clickbait or anything, but again, if you can tie it in or talk about how technology's come a long way, or show them the top 5 tools of the month, or 5 tools that whatever New York small businesses need to know, like, that would be an awesome little graphic for it. Now, here's one, I'm just going to play it, but I did a first person view shot of a person flying through the Grand Canyon with hot air balloons around. It said hyperspeed fly. So what a Runway does is it gives you all these prompts, and you just put things like I said, flying through the Grand Canyon with hot air balloons around. That's like the only thing I put in there. It had the whole rest of the prompt, but like, that's pretty incredible. Like, it made that whole thing just from me saying person flying through the Grand Canyon with hot air balloons. It's like Mad Libs with that. So let's take a look at that one again, just because like, that is pretty cool. I think so. Anyways, what do you think, MC?
I definitely think so.
Okay, you definitely, excellent.
I would love to be in that hot air balloon.
I know, right? So not sure that hyperspeed fly, but maybe for a hot air balloon, that's pretty fast. Speaking of MC,
Oh,
so we did this, and we were playing around literally the day before giving the presentation the first time. And I said, I want to see how good Runway ML is, because we got an email saying, hey, now you can upload a photo and make a video from the photo. And it gave prompts from that. So I said, let's find a photo of MC, and literally took it from it was the MSP Marketing Roadshow website. So it was like a headshot she had done for that, and plugged it into Runway. And I just said, hey, make a video out of this. Like, I didn't know what to write at all. I just wanted to see what it did. And so what's it do? Like, this was from a still photo. It's got her smiling. It's got a car. I don't know where the driver of the car is. But it's generated that whole background. This was all from just a little photo in there. I like this shot best.
that's really flattering. Yeah, I like the end almost.
That looks good. Here, we'll do it again. But it created the whole thing from a totally still photo, like the background, everything going on there. Here, and we'll skip ahead so we don't need to see the end, MC. So anyways, that's a good one. Pika.art videos. So this is, again, this is kind of was a competitor to Runway ML. And the reason I put this one in there, like I said, can I get an IT guy holding a cell phone that's scrolling through text on his screen, add sounds, and it kind of did this. Then I had another one, that astronaut flying through space, typing on a keyboard. It did this. The reason I have Pika in there is because a lot of the tools that are out there are not going to be around in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months from now. There's a million tools that come out every day, like not literally, maybe literally, I don't know. Don't take that for fact. But there are so many. I'm on like 4 newsletters that talk about AI just for marketing. And each one has like a dozen new tools a day. I would only recommend the tools, and we only recommend tools, A, that we've used, and B, I don't use a tool until I've heard about it from like 4, 6, 8, 10 people that are using it, because it means they're probably investing in it. It'll probably be around, and there's going to be continued development. Pika really hasn't gone very far. So I don't like it. So again, a lot of these offer month-to-month subscriptions and annual subscriptions. I would say until you know you're going to use these a lot, do the month-to-month, even though it's like 30 or 40 or 50% more on a monthly basis. But if you know after a month you're really going to like it, then you can switch to the annual. And wait till you've heard of a program a couple times and seen it. Don't just do the latest thing, because who knows if it's still going to be supported. You buy an annual plan, who are you going to go after when 3 months from now the thing crashes, it's still glitchy, it doesn't do things right, all of that. So let's see, I think we got 2 left. So we'll say number 10. This is Symphasia, and or Symphasia, they say it differently because I get a million ads from them. Um, so, but what they are, they're kind of a competitor to HeyGen, and I didn't realize this, but here, so let's try this first. I'll show you guys. But what it's really good at is it's created a bunch of avatars, and then it lets you just put in text for those avatars. So here's one of them.
Hey, this is fake Robin Robbins, just seeing how this works. Does it work? Does it not? Let's see.
Okay. So it's got all these avatars you can use and put those in there, and you can use different voices with them. Now, the cool thing is, I mentioned Joseph before with InVideo. He's actually using Symphasia. So what they're doing, and I don't know if it's just a month ago or 6 months ago they started doing this, but you can actually create an avatar of you again in there, just like with HeyGen. And he is using those, and he is taking, so here at TMT, we have, if you're a member, we have tech tips, and they're email tips you send out once a week to businesses with tech tips. And so what he's doing is he's creating a video. Well, I shouldn't even say, well, technically he's creating a video. He's just uploading the tech tip into his avatar and then sending a video out in the email, and said that click-through rate and the engagement rate by putting a video in the email with that has skyrocketed the results. So he takes the time to modify it for his audience and for his services and niche, which you should be doing if you're going to do this, obviously. But instead of him having to film these videos, he had to create the avatar once. You sit in front of it for like 3 or 4 minutes. It creates the avatar. You just read. You could read the encyclopedia for all it matters. With that, don't move your arms. It actually tells you not to do that. Good advice based on our experience. And then you can make dozens or hundreds of videos from that without ever having to get on camera. So I'm actually more interested in it now since he was using that. And again, it's a competitor to HeyGen. Don't know if it does things better, easier, harder. Both of them do, well, one of the things Symphasia really talks about is different languages. So you can instantly have it translated into, I think it's like 30 or 40 different languages there. So if you do deal with a multilingual market, that may be one to check out because it changes the lip movements and everything. Now, this last one's a fun one. I do this one more for fun in here. So we have had members who are using this and actually getting views. They're using it for engagement. But this is one where it takes photos and then, like it says, turn your photos into amazing narrated stories. So you upload photos and then it creates a story out of it. All you do is upload the photos. Now, on their paid version, which we have, so full disclosure, we did that. It's a whopping like $8 a month or something. You can enter like 5 or 6 words about each photo. So that's what we did on this next one. This is still my favorite. We've made more of them, but this was taken from, we do a big annual event for our members each year called Boot Camp. And it's a big 3-day event, and we give away a car. And we took pictures. I think we just took pictures like the first day or before it even started. I guess it was like checking in or something the first day, and uploaded it to this called Coraverse. And just want to be clear, I did not write any of this. All I did was give it like those 3 to 5 word prompts about what some of the different scenes were. Here's what it came with.
Welcome, nerds. The line at the registration desk looks like a flashback prom queue, each geek secretly hoping for a dance with the algorithm. Groove on over and check in here, they say, more like shuffle in awkwardly and pray your badge photo isn't from your awkward phase. Moving on to the hat bar, its answer to personalized flair. Choose a hat, pick a patch, create the ultimate tech trucker aesthetic. Nothing screams, I can fix your server, like a snapback tilted at a jaunty angle. The pinball machine is a nice touch because nothing says competitive market like a high score from 1982. Flashy lights, shiny car. Behold the bester your best contest prize, a Jaguar F-Type that purrs like a kitten and roars like the complaint department when you ask about Wi-Fi speeds. It's the ultimate tech trophy, compensating for all those hours spent debugging code. Here stand the galactic advisors, like the Justice League of cybersecurity without the capes. or the fitness requirements. Protecting the galaxy with a smile and a badge scanner. Promising astronomical profits with terrestrial resources. Finally, the main ballroom, decked out in an Austin Powers theme, filled with spy shenanigans and digital danger. Yeah, baby, where you can network while pondering which button activates the laser sharks.
There we go. So that's the end. So it took all of it from like looking it up, doing everything on its own, accessing the internet, the World Wide Webs, and creating a whole little story around all of that. So here's the time to take a picture, screenshot, whatever, on the 11 tools we talked about today. They're on here. So you can go ahead and do that. And we're right at the top of the hour. We'll give it another second here. So if you have questions, we can hang out for a couple minutes there with that. But big thing, there we go. Swiss Army knife with tools out, again from Leonardo. Just want to remind you guys again, if you liked what you saw today and want to actually see how to use this to create content in your business that you can use that day, we have MSPs who literally at lunchtime when we were doing this, sent out content to their list. And we've got like Roland and Mandy Parker, who've been doing it every single day since then to create content like in minutes and engage, get more leads, get more traffic to their website, get more appointments, and ultimately more clients on that. Make sure you go to mspdigitalconnections.com. Join us here. What is that? December 19th. Yeah, so we got some time. So we wanted to give you plenty of time on that one, but figured as long as we were talking about AI, we made the team rush and get this up so that you could jump in on that. But any quick questions, MC? I know we're right at the top of the hour, so thank you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Mike. And from the chat, it looks like a lot of them will be joining us on Digital Connections, which is going to be great. So we do have some questions here. I know we're over, but we want to make sure we get those answered. So Chris at the beginning was asking, how would this AI thing increase revenue for an MSP?
Yeah, I mean, so there's a lot of ways, but well, join in December. I'm not going to go over it all now, but we're going to show you how to get more traffic to your website using like the videos, using content, using customized blogs. It's basically for SEO, content is king. Problem with content is it takes a long time to write unless you use AI. So you can write articles your clients want to see in minutes, become the expert, the authority, the trusted advisor in your market, have calls to action in there. You can even write emails that drive to those speaking directly to your target market. You can have videos on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, all of the places that drive to your website with that. We show you how to make presentations. We show you how to use AI to attract leads to yourself by becoming their partner in technology. So there's a lot of ways. For a complete day on that, join us in December. That's a great question, though. And I promise we answer that, but it takes longer than a minute. But I hope you enjoyed today and got something out of it.
Awesome. All right. So we have one more question from Chris. How do I keep ChatGPT from giving the same answer to someone else?
Yeah, so ChatGPT iterates. It's going to be a slightly different version each time. So it's going to depend on the context. And the best way to have it be a different answer is by having a more specific prompt. Like if I just ask MC, give me your first name, like you're going to get the same answer all the time, except maybe not because she's MC. She's Mary Caroline. Some people call her Tracy. They don't know. They don't know. So anyways, yeah. But anyhow, but if you write a much more specific prompt, which is, again, what we're going over in December, we're going to show you how to write a very specific prompt that you can cut and paste in and get a personalized answer so that you get, it counts as original content and it gets crawled by Google. And I know people are like, well, Google doesn't like AI content. Not true. Google has come out and said it wants to deliver the best, most engaging content, period. Google has AI, and you guys have all seen when you search now on Google, it gives you an AI summary or an AI answer at the top if you clicked on that button. They fully embraced AI. That's one of the tools we're going to go over. One of those new 7 to 11 tools are some of the Google tools that they have. So great question. And we will go into that in much more detail on December 19th.
Awesome. Okay, so we have a question about the recording.
Okay, yeah. yeah, recordings will be up. You will get a copy of the recording. I think that
Yep.
answers it. I don't know if there's other questions about
That's
it, but
it.
yes, that usually goes out. I believe it's tomorrow by the time it gets rendered and we get an email out there and stuff. We'll get you a page
Yes.
that you can get the recording at. Absolutely.
Yes. It will be sent in your inbox. So you will have that, the link to the recording. And make sure you sign up for the MSP Digital Connections.com for that full day workshop. We will have more and better and step-by-step instructions.
Wait,
So it's
better?
going to be, yes,
I'm just
better,
kidding.
because I'll be speaking a lot more.
Okay. Fair enough.
So make sure you guys sign up for that. We look forward to seeing you there. And we are
it?
real. Somebody just asked,
Yeah.
are we real or
okay.
are we fake AI people? No, we're real today.
Yeah.
We might not
yeah.
be later. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Who knows in December? Was that it, MC?
That's it.
Awesome.
That's all the questions.
Thank you all. Hope you guys enjoyed this. You are the reason we are here, and we want to just help you along your marketing journey, and let's all go make a lot of money. Thanks all.
Bye.